from Mexico, and happy Canada Day. I think you know we have a special theme for this month, and that's the book of Proverbs. So we're going to start with a devotional about Proverbs. First, let's bust a couple internet myths. You probably already know this, but Solomon did not write all of the Proverbs, and there are not 3,000 Proverbs in the book of Proverbs. And you're going to read a lot of them and go, oh, that makes sense, duh, of course. And you're going to read other Proverbs and say, what? That can't be right. And struggle with them a little bit. But as we look at chapter 1, there's one phrase that kind of stands out like a tower, and that is the phrase, the fear of the Lord, the fear of Yahweh. And it's mentioned, the fear is mentioned 14 times in the book of Proverbs. It's a major theme in Proverbs and Psalms especially. And it's a characteristic that is even attributed to the Messiah, if you can believe that. And people have struggled a lot with this word. They wish maybe the Holy Spirit had used a different word, maybe reverence or something like that. And you've probably heard this before, but in Hebrew, the word that's translated fear means fear. And yeah, there's balance there, and there's a lot we can talk about, and you got 30 days to look at it in Proverbs. But the Holy Spirit chose that word for a reason, right? Maybe we could go to think about what Jesus did. Think about the disciples in the boat, Mark chapter 4. And they're on the sea, and there's a horrible storm, and Mark doesn't specifically say that they were afraid of the storm, but they knew that they were in danger of death. And they woke up Jesus, because he was asleep in the boat. In the middle of the storm, Jesus stands up and says, "Peace, be still." And the wind heard his voice, and the waves obeyed instantly. And that's when Mark says they were filled with great fear. Afraid of the storm? Sure, but here is a power that created the storm and can create the calm as well. This is a power beyond understanding. This is Jesus. This is God, right? He can't be stopped. He can't be controlled. He can't be manipulated. He can't be bribed. God doesn't have to stop to eat, right? You can't convince him of something that's not true. You can't convince him that what you did wasn't really that bad. You can't hide anything you've done from him, even if it was a long time ago. He's not limited by time. He created time. Nothing made him exist. Nothing other than himself keeps him alive. He has no end. His power is outside of creation because he's not part of his creation, right? And there's no one else like that. The storm was nothing compared to this power. So we're going to learn a lot about the fear of Yahweh in the book of Proverbs. But everything has to start here. Fear the Lord. He is good.